Mathematics by ColinBroome for ETEC 424 on October the 26th, 2019. Assistive technology. There are several items that can be used in mathematics to help enhance the learning experience of a learner with a disability. Graphed paper can help with the structure of information for children with dyslexia. It can help with the alignment of lines, staying focused and on task, and being able to draw without a ruler. Those who struggle with retaining information can have a lesson or instructions pre-recorded on an iPod or even a cellular device, therefore allowing them to go along with the lesson at their own pace. Another device that helps with student learning in mathematics is a calculator. These can be just the normal calculator or a scientific calculator, depending on the level of which you are teaching. My experience in the classroom has taught me a lot about the varying levels and degrees of children with a disability and how technology has been used. While observing in the classroom, I noticed that allowing children to have technology available benefits them greatly, but it can also be a distraction. Some students do not try as hard when they have been aided too much. However, technology used correctly and in the right setting can benefit the learning experience. In most of the classes I have observed, there has only been the normal assistive technology used, and opportunities to use more expert devices and apps has not been used effectively. In my hobbies, I have used technology. The technology I have used in my hobbies are a cell phone for communication, calculator for homework, apps for everyday life such as paying bills, bank accounts, and the internet for research. How have I used these on math? Are mainly in problems that have arisen everyday life. I have used different apps as well as the internet to help find answers to problems. My cell phone links me to every area of my life. I use technology every day to survive life struggles. My philosophy for using technology in the classroom so that diverse learners are engaged and motivated to learn is that all students learn differently. Everyone can learn new things. Technology aids development, and technology is essential to growth in learning. By this I mean that all students learn differently. Some like visual, some like hearing, some like touching, and that everyone can learn new things through different aspects. And by integrating technology into the classroom, we can try and approach these different learning styles and be able to help with the development. Therefore, that technology will aid the development of the child, and hopefully they will grow in their learning and adapt to different learning styles. Utilizing technology as an educator, I think that technology is a great tool to assist me in my teaching. I think it will allow me to stay structured and organized in the classroom. For example, with grades and projects and anything that's been turned in, I can keep up to date on who owes me stuff, who's completed stuff, and who has a failing grade in the classroom, all through technology. Also, I can update IEPs and lesson plans through technology, as well as integrate communication through parents through technology. Technology will allow me to bring the world to the classroom and allow students to understand the world around them. We're no longer bound by the four walls of the classroom, and if a student doesn't understand maybe something we're talking about, I can integrate a video or some form of technology through an app or something that will allow them to see what we're talking about, and it brings the world into the classroom. Technology will be available to all my students in my classroom as a way to make them grow. By this, I hope that we can touch on many learning styles and different ways of teaching so that everyone in the classroom can learn. My favorite theory is the social constructivist theory. I will provide a learning environment that reflects situated cognition as spoken in the Integrating Educational Technology into Teaching book. This means that I will try to provide an environment where children learn from experiences. I can do this by using technology to bring real-world problems to the classroom. Teaching methods I have discovered. There is the high-tech instruction. This is where there is a lot of technology involved in the classroom and the student uses it to implement what they learn. And the low-tech instruction. This is more of the traditional way of teaching where technology has been kept to a minimum. I think I prefer a mixture of both. I believe in a math classroom there is technology that is needed to guide instruction and to help students. There is also tech that can help teach the students if used correctly, such as apps where there's maybe a game involved. If we use it correctly and in the right setting, it can help develop the child in what they are trying to learn, but it can also be a hindrance where they don't learn and they just play the game. However, I do believe in math sometimes a more traditional way of teaching is best practice. Therefore, I think a teacher needs to lecture and students need to write notes. According to Matthew Lynch, from the Tech Advocate website, he says, our instructional focus must be on who we want our children to become instead of what we want them to know. So how can technology change the school's culture? Technology can open a whole new world for our children. We no longer need to just focus on the basics of knowledge, but we can teach new concepts and ideas faster through technology. I think it will build a new generation of children who can design a world for themselves. Technology will aid children instead of hindering them, because it will allow them to become who they want to become. Improving the student through technology. The use of technology can help students with reflection by allowing them to collaborate with other students through a form of technology. For example, if the class used a video app to record their answers to homework or a project, such as Flipgrid, then they could talk with one another and help each other on the problems. I believe this will help with the classroom culture and bring a sense of family into the classroom. Lesson plans. The way I would like to implement technology into my classroom and in my lesson plans is by having something each day that applies to technology. Since I want to teach math, I think the easiest way will be to use a calculator. Another way would be through iPads and Chromebooks for apps, elaborating on lesson ideas, or researching more into some ideas that we've gone through in the classroom. I can also show videos and PowerPoint presentations such as this to explain instruction differently and maybe from a different perspective. Mobile devices can be used for reading of materials and for textbooks and for exams. This helps the students with disabilities and those who are missing class for illness or anything like that, and also smartboards, which will help the students stay engaged. Here are my references. Thank you.